Tell us, introduce yourself, pretty girl.
What you wanna do?
Well, the only girl that is Khmer but looks European. What happened?
I'm just like full of Cambodian, so that's me. What's that?
Pretty girl. You know how to open the door?
Get a key.
Yeah, no, you can open it without the key from the inside.
That's it.
Yeah.
What's that?
You press the thing on the front, then you twist.
Oh. Easy, no? Key.
Yeah, like that. Oh wow, look at you. Yeah, press it. Wow, so smart. Good job. We got this one. Oh, let me grab my towel. Welcome back to your channel, my channel, Patrick C. BlackRock at P Money channel. So today, what I want to talk about is best time to visit Cambodia. Cambodia, beautiful places. What to do in Cambodia, and give you Cambodia travel tips or Cambodia travel guide. Do a comprehensive best places to visit in Cambodia. So let's get into it. I wrote some notes here that I will be referring to as I go through this episode. So the first one will be best time to visit Cambodia. You see, the best time to visit Cambodia depends on your goals. The dry season, which runs from November to May, is the most popular time to visit. The cool season months of November to February are the most popular due to milder temperatures. And this is precisely the time that I am actually visiting Cambodia. For now, I've been in Cambodia for about a month and a half, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. I arrived in Cambodia the beginning of by mid of November, and the temperature outside has been phenomenal. I usually wear jeans and t-shirts, and the weather has been phenomenal. Not too much hot and not too the humidity is quite moderate. So the rainy season, which runs from May to October, also has its charm. The southwesterly monsoon from May to October brings the rainy season, humidity, and strong winds. And for me personally, this is the time to avoid visiting Cambodia. It's not always the most pleasant. The best time to visit depends on whether you are heading to Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, or the coast, as all three regions have a slightly different weather system. For now, I have visited Phnom Penh and Siem Reap, and I will be visiting the coast like Kampot coming in the next few days to a week. Next, let me talk about transition you to Cambodia, beautiful places. I want to talk about 10 best places to visit in beautiful Cambodia, starting from number 10 and walk my way to number 1. The number 10, Krati, best for Mekong River adventures. The jumping off point for trips to spot rare fish water, Irrawaddy dolphins on the Mekong River. Krati is a busy junction on the overland route between Phnom Penh and the northeastern Cambodia or southern Laos. Dolphins aside, the town has a certain decaying colonial charm and boasts some of the country's best Mongol sunsets. And when I say colonial, I'm talking about when the French were here in parts of Vietnam and parts of Cambodia and Laos. Nearby Contron Island is a relaxing place to experience authentic Khmer hospitality, for which I really enjoy. Coming in number 9, Prayer Vihel Temple, best full ruins with a view. The mother of all mountain temples, Prasad Prayer Vihel, stands majestically atop the Drasak Mountains, the forest-cloaked ridge that forms a once contested border between Cambodia and Thailand. The foundation stones of the temple stretch right to the edge of a cliff that falls precipitously away to the plains below, and have views across northern Cambodia are absolutely breathtaking. It was constructed over 300 years ago. The temple is a three-dimensional representation of Mount Meru, the center of the universe in Hindu mythology. And one thing I have to add to this, Hindu and Buddhism, which is the former and present Khmer Cambodian people's religion, came actually from India. Angkor Wat, which is the temple, was originally constructed as a Hindu temple but was transitioned to a Buddhist temple. Coming in number 8, we have Battambang, best for contrasting historical architecture. Widening along the banks of the Sangkar River, Battambang is the traditional face of urban Cambodia and one of the country's best preserved colonial era towns. Streets of Sophoros host everything from fair trade, cafes to art galleries. And when I say post-colonial, I'm talking about the French. They were here. Beyond the town, in the countryside, is a cluster of ancient temples, which, while not in the same league as the temples of Angkor, are usually less crowded. Coming in number 7, we have the Mondokiri, best for wildlife spotting. In the northeast of the country, the endless rice fields and sugar palms that characterize the landscape in most of Cambodia give way to wide rolling hills of Mondokiri, home to the indigenous Bunong people. Wildlife is a big draw here, with opportunities to walk with the herd at Elephant Valley Projects, which is something of a experience of a lifetime. Siem Reap, I just came back from Siem Reap 2 days ago, and this place is best for a taste of local life. If you want to experience the local Khmer culture in full force, I'll highly recommend Siem Reap. Siem Reap's only reason for existence may be as the gateway to the temples of Angkor, but this charming town, I'll say, has emerged as a world-class destination in its own rights, thanks to the superb selection of restaurants, cafes and bars, not to mention energetic markets, cool boutiques, and edgy galleries. Here you can actually find all the statues of Buddha and Hindus in different variety of galleries. Beyond the town center lies the otherworldly floating villages on the Tau Sap Lake. Adventure activities such as quad biking and zip lining, and cultural pursuits such as cooking classes and martial arts courses. Quite a couple of stuff to do in Senrip. Coming in number 5, we have Kandamon Mountains. Best for motorcycle adventures. The vast 20,746 square kilometers or 8,010 square miles for my American family, Kandamon Rainforest Landscape Protected Area includes one of the last great wilderness regions of Southeast Asia. The remote Cardamom Mountains, an area of breathtaking beauty and astonishing biodiversity. This green corridor includes many of Cambodia's most outstanding natural sites. Coming in number 4, we have Kampot and Kimp. Best for countryside scenery. Countryside is not my most or favorite places. The girl that you see at the beginning of this video is actually from Kampot. If you're ever in Kampot and you want a local tour guide who's knowledgeable, vetted, trustworthy, reach out to me and I will link you with her. She's a sweetheart. This twin province down south offer a perfect combination of travel, comfort, authentic character for those seeking a more rounded experience than the stop and flop vibe of the islands. Charming Kampot town offers a wide range of backpacker hostels, riverside resorts, and boutique hotels, which is my favorite, where you can base yourself while you take in the French architectural legacy, explore the pretty river by paddleboard or kayak, or venture into bucolic countryside on 2 wheels. Coming in number 3, we have Phnom Penh, which is the capital of Cambodia. Best for fine dining and nightlife. The Cambodian capital is a chaotic yet charming city that has stepped out of the shadows of its war-torn past to embrace a brighter future, boasting one of the most bustling riverfronts in Southeast Asia. Phnom Penh is emerging as a sophisticated modern capital thanks to its impressive collection of boutique hotels, Epicurean eateries, boho bars, and I love it here. Since I've been here over a month and a half ago, I actually say that Phnom Penh, or Cambodia entirely, is a frontier market being spearheaded by its capital in Phnom Penh. Coming in number 2, we have Cambodia's southern islands, best for beaches. If you're a beachhead like me, while the sand-sprinkled Cambodian coast may not be quite as famous as the beaches of Thailand or Indonesia, it still offers the full tropical hideaway experience, only without the crazy crowds. Nebari Konrong and Konrong Salom are the most popular islands, fringed by azure waters and abundant powder white sand. There are many islands along the coast and you will enjoy it, coupled with the sheer Cambodia's unmatched hospitality. Coming in number 1, we have the temples of Angkor. Best for a spectacular spirituality. I primarily visited Senrip, which is where Angkor Wat is located, because it was, for me, a spiritual journey rather than a sightseeing or a touristic journey. Angkor Wat, or the Temples of Angkor, is one of the world's most iconic destinations. You will not be disappointed. I can bet the farm that you will not be disappointed if you visit the Temples of Angkor. The Temples of Angkor regularly take the number one spot on lists of world's most top sites. Did I say that correctly? World's top sites. The most iconic structures here are Angkor Wat, which is the world's largest religious building, and the Bayon temple, with its enigmatic collection of carved stone faces. Then you have Tampron, where wild nature has run riot over ancient carved masonry. The Asian Khmers packed the equivalent of all Europe's cathedrals, and I'm talking about St. Peter's Basilica, all the cathedrals in France, you're talking about Germany, all the way Czech Republic, all those cathedrals. They packed equivalent of all of them into an area the size of Los Angeles. So it pays to take time to explore. There are plenty of outlying temple sites that are smaller crowds, and including exquisitely carved Bete Serere, the overgrown ruins of Ben Malay, and the Mayan-style pyramid temple of Prasat Tong at Konke. All right, so now I want to switch gears and talk about. I've talked about best place to visit in Cambodia. Cambodia, beautiful places. Let's talk about what to do in Cambodia. Let me pull up my notes here. So, things to do in Cambodia. I want to talk about the top attractions in Cambodia, and I will be mentioning a lot of things that I already mentioned before. So, top attractions in Cambodia, you have Angkor Wat, which is the temple that I was just referring to. This is the world's largest complex of stone temples, spread over a 152.6 hectare site. Then you have the Bayon Temple. The temple is an ancient city that housed a million in its height. That might not seem like a lot, but it was a very busy city back in its day. Then you have Tampron, the myth of a long lost and elaboratively decorated temple submerged by the jungle defines Tampron. And every journey in here is breathtaking. Then you have, not my favorite, however, Stone Slong Genocide Museum. I studied this place extensively while I was in college. I wrote 10 papers about the Cambodian Civil War. Since this place in particular, the four main buildings have been transformed into a genocide memorial, reminding visitors of what happened during Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge regime. Number 5, we have Chong Ek Genocide Site. This historical ground displays 17-tier stopper filled with skulls, human skulls, and bones of victims dug up from the ground. Actually, it wasn't even that long ago. Then you have Batang Serai, The shrine has detailed rock cut in iconograph which depicts Cambodia's Hindus past. They transitioned from Hinduism to Buddhism and consolidated all the gods from Hinduism to Buddhism, which only has Buddha in the likeness of humans like you and me. Angkor Thom, the walled city of Angkor Thom was once populated by more than 1 million people, and now it's just an ancient ruins, and you could still see, just like it was yesterday, that it was inhabited. Even though it's still a ruin, you could still see the fine detail of what a beautiful time it would have been. The palace consists of numerous buildings which still serve as the royal residence of the King of Cambodia. And according to my research, when the king is in the palace, there will be like a blue flag hoisted to indicate that the king is occupying the residence or his palace. Before visiting the palace, I'll give you a tip. Please do not show up in tank top, flip-flops, and shorts. They will not allow you in. They will make you purchase a pants and some Cambodian traditional pants and shirts, long sleeve shirts before going in. The price for Cambodians, I believe, is free or 1,000 riel. For foreigners, is about $10 or 40,000 riel. Number 9, we have Angkor Archaeological Park. Is one of the world's largest religious sites, located on 160 hectares. Then we have Cambodia landmines coming in number 10, Landmine Museum. This is worth visiting. And Cambodia, they're still demining. They are planning to finish demining Cambodia by 2024. And they are using these rats from Africa that they trained to detect where the mines are, and it's been helping them clear the mines. I remember studying this back in college. They used kids from like primary school or high school to put these mines in, and back then after the Civil War they were using them to actually dig up the mines or demine some of the places, but they have moved on from that to using professional to demine. So their goal is by next year to declare Cambodia entirely, completely mine free, landmine free. Just the ugliness of war. Coming in number 11 is Pub Street. Concentrated within a small 500 meter square, Pub Street is actually happening place in Siem Reap. When I was in Siem Reap, I love the place. It was hard hit during the pandemic. However, it's resurging back again. I even met a couple of shop owners who are not original Khmer people who actually came from Thailand, and they say that even though it was hit very hard during the pandemic, it's coming back strong. Coming in number 12, we have the Apple Visitor Center. If you want to learn how those rats from Africa are trained and used for their mission to eradicate landmines from Cambodia by 2024, you could visit here. I mean, I've never seen rats look so cute. For me, I really don't like rats, but here for some reason, I don't know what this Cambodian did to these rats, but those rats look so cute. And those are African rats. I'm originally from Africa, and I've seen rats in Africa, and for some reason this one looks very cute. Switching gears, now I'm going to talk about what do I have next? All right, travel tips in Cambodia. I want to leave a lot of tips here, a lot of game here, how to move in Cambodia to have the best experience. Cambodia is what I call a frontier market. I say that dozens of times and I will continue to say it. Let me just preface by saying this. Cambodia is still trying to find its footing, okay? After the horrifying genocide carried out by Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge regime between 1975 and 1979, which saw an upwards of 3 million Cambodians killed. This conflict left a deep, and I say deep, wound on the country that very much exists to this day. Despite this, Cambodia is filled with some of the friendliest people I've ever encountered, a rich history, delicious food, beautiful coastlines, and a lively nightlife. Very similar to Thailand. And back in the 60s, Cambodia used to be known as the Pearl of Asia. It was a very advanced, I would not economy, but country in when you put it in terms of where the rest of Southeast Asia was. Cambodia was actually much more advanced. It was looked at as the country that was going to be amongst the top in Asia. However, they encountered that civil war from 1975 to 1979, and it just set them back years back. All right, so I want to talk about 5 tips if you want to explore Angkor Wat. The temple rooms are massive. You will need a few days to satisfy your inner tomb rider. And one of the temples was actually where the what's Harrison Ford's movie? That movie with Harrison Ford, the Tomb Raider. I've forgotten the name. It will come to me. Yeah, actually, one of those movie was shot in one of the temples. The prices are $37 ticket USD. $37 USD. That's for a single day ticket. If you want to do the 3-day ticket, which I highly recommend, that will be $72. For Khmer people, it's absolutely free. For if you are coming from any other Asian country that is part of the ASEAN, you probably will pay less. However, if you're coming from a Western country, this will be the prices: $37 for the 3-day for the single day ticket, and $72 for the 3-day tickets, which I recommend. I highly recommend it, so you can actually fully take in. And the best time to visit will be in the, of course, you're gonna need a whole day if you're gonna do a single day. However, if you do 3 days, you want to catch the sunrise and the sunset. Absolutely breathtaking. Hang out in Sonankoville, White Sand Beaches, which is now been turned into like that movie Blade Runner, like a dystopian ghost town. It used to be a very beautiful place where backpackers from the West went and partied and enjoyed cheap booze and made lifetime memories. But the Cambodian government invited the Chinese in to turn it into a Las Vegas type Asian hub. And while the construction was going up, the pandemic hit, and then of course followed with the real estate troubles that China is currently facing. So all that buildings is just they stop construction. It is something heartbreaking to see. If you want to see that, that's definitely a place you could stop by. Number three, I want to talk about the capital of Cambodia, Phnom Penh, which is the place that I've spent the bulk of my time. It has a Wild West ambience, but it's an up and coming foodie hub with lots to see and do, and can easily spend a few days here playing tourist. There's food on every single corner. I mean, if you don't control your appetite, you will just eat all day. Don't miss visiting the killing fields if you have the stomach for it. I don't think I have the stomach for that. I studied extensively in college, and I've been here for over a month, and I still have not made up my mind to go visit the killing fields or the genocide sites. Number four, visit Tole Sap. Sailing down this river and around the lake highlights just how closely Cambodian life is tied to its major waterways. You can take a boat all the way down river and just cruise around on a day trip. Tour starts around $20 USD per person. I've talked about Battambang, Cambodia's second largest city. Here you will find great temples, a bamboo train, and of course stunning architecture. I love architecture. If you are an architectural lover like myself, it's definitely a place that you want to visit. Couple of tips. Cambodia's tourism is not at the same level as the Philippines or Thailand, so you will have to bear with them. Try taking a river boat back to Phnom Penh or Siem Reap for a unique experience. The ticket prices usually start from $20 USD. Other things to do in Cambodia is the killing fields. That's what people usually talk. That's what they think about. People who understand a little bit of Cambodian history. You can't understand modern Cambodia without learning about Pol Pot and the violence of the Khmer Rouge. I understand Cambodia the way I understand it today because I studied it extensively in college. And I read, there was a book I can't remember the name of the book. We read it in college. The book was actually based on first-hand accounts of people that survived the Khmer Rouge regime. Khmer Rouge, of course, I said before, was responsible for the killing of millions of people during what they have coined today as the Reign of Terror. Admission is $6, though you would need to arrange a ride to the area as the site is located 10 miles outside from Phnom Penh. So for the ride, expect to pay at least about $15 USD for a return trip via tuk-tuk. Visit Kimp, this quaint beach town located 3 hours east of Sukhonville. Is quite vision of Sukhonville. It's nice place to relax near the ocean without the party atmosphere. I highly recommend it since the Chinese money has not ruined it. This town is famous for its pepper crab and empty beaches. It's quite sleepy and there is not a lot to do here, making it a good place to come for some downtime. Nearby Kimp National Park, which spans almost 70 kilometers, and It is a great place for mountain hikes, incredible views over the water and surrounding jungles. Number 3, hike in Bokor National Park. Visit this national park as a full day trip from Seconaville or nearby Camport. Here you can wander among the atmospheric French ruins while hiking along the rainforest. Bokor was a big destination for the French aristocracy in the early 20th century, and Bokor Hill Station has the remains of an abandoned luxury resort and casino that was later used as a hideout by the Khmer Rouge. Admission to the park is free. Group tours from Seconaville starts from $20 USD. You could hire a private tour guide for about 40 USD. Number 4, I want to talk about enjoying the views at Prasat Prayer Vihar, which I've talked about before. This is an 11th century and it's a 11th century temple, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Due to its exceptional carved stonework, it is absolutely breathtaking. Overall, they did quite a good job in the maintenance of the site of the temple. Expect to pay about 10 USD entrance fee and a long and steep hike. So wear hiking shoes. Wear long sleeves to protect you against the sun. Wear like a hiking hat and comfortable pants. Bring your own water and just be comfortable. And remember that you are visiting temples, so don't show your ankles, your elbows, or your not your ankles, I meant your knees. Don't show your knees or your elbows, or your shoulders. Show respect. Remember that Cambodia is a Buddhist. 95% of the population observing the Buddhist religion or Buddhism. Number 5, visit River Village. There are 3 major floating villages in Cambodia. If you're in Siem Reap, I highly suggest visiting the floating villages. Houses built on bamboo slits, and there are always floats filled with people selling trinkets, food, and hanging out, showcasing the lively, strong spirit of the Cambodian people. Spirit that shows that they will rise up again, regardless of what had happened in their recent history. The Chon Canals is the most visited in the country, but its popularity has made it a bit of a tourist trap. Still worth visiting. Most tours cost at least $15 per person. The other floating villages are Kampong Klang and Kampong Flang, which you can access from nearby Siem Reap. Number 6, visit the pepper farms of Kampot. Outside the city of Kampot and on the way to Kiev are vast pepper fields. The southern region of Cambodia is filled with pepper farms where you can learn about the history of the spice, see how it is grown, and pick up what is considered some of the finest pepper in the world. Tours are usually free, though you need to arrange transportation. You can do this if you are into pepper or spicy things like I am. I love spicy food. The spicier the better. I've tried the North Carolina Reaper and love it. Number 7, Tre Ko an island near the Thai border in the Kandom Mountain District. the Khakorn region offers excellent jungle trekking opportunities. If you want to go on the off the beaten path, this is your place. The chance to relax on the white sand beaches. Khakorn is the biggest island in the country and is considered one of the best beach spas in Southeast Asia. Let me give you a tip. It's illegal to spend the night there. But there are plenty of operators offering day trips to the island. Keep an eye out for the monkeys, boars, and all kinds of indigenous birds while visiting. Number 8, Tor Kampong Cham. Though it's the third largest city in Cambodia, most travelers overlook Kampong Cham, and I'm planning to put that on my itinerary. The city has retained a lot of its old French colonial feel, and it's a great place to really get to know Cambodia. While the city itself is something to explore, don't miss out on the ruins at Ngor Kan Want, a sanctuary temple built by Jahuvalman the Seventh. One of the temple's highlights is a detailed series of murals that depict religious torture scenes. Yeah, be prepared for that. Relax, unpack, and meditate in Kimp. Take a break from traveling and sign off to stay at Vagabond Temple for a while. Prices begin at $275 for a 5-day retreat, which includes accommodation, meals, and full days of yoga, meditation classes from an incredible teachers. Absolutely worth it, because it will actually heal you spiritually and lift up your spirit. If you do like to commit to staying for longer, you can pay. You could visit the Landmine Museum, which I've touched on before, and it costs you about $5 per person. And I cannot recommend this museum enough. It's worth visiting to see those cute rats. Number 11, shop at the markets. Explore the markets, whether you're in Phnom Penh, whether you are in Siem Reap. If you're in Phnom Penh, explore Central Market, explore Night Market, which you will get one of the best foods in Cambodia. Explore Old Market, best foods, your knockout products, your Louis Vuitton, and all that stuff. Explore Olympic Market, which is Olympic Market is more of wholesale market, so that's where they do most of wholesaling. You could still buy things for buy individual items. However, the entire place is mainly geared towards wholesaling goods. Explore the streets, indoor, all that stuff. It is part of is I viewed it as a quintessential part of traveling through Southeast Asia, and Cambodia is no different. Every major city has sprawling markets offering all manners of stores, from prepared street food and produce to clothing and household items that make great souvenirs. One of the products that strikingly stands out to me is the coconut bowls, which but before I go back to the States, I need to grab a couple of those. 12, learn to cook Cambodian dishes. If you love eating Cambodia or Khmer foods like I do, you can learn how to whip up a Cambodian meal. One of the best souvenirs you can bring home. Dive into Cambodian cooking with a class where you will learn to cook 34 different dishes and eat them at the end. You will usually get to go to the market to shop for produce too, and you also see get a recipe card so you can recreate the recipe at home. Of course, you can do this on YouTube. You can learn this on YouTube, but nothing beats having the real experience and it costs about $20 USD per person, and takes about approximately 3 hours. 3 hours for the entire class to complete. Number 13, take a food tour. Traditional Khmer food is often overlooked compared to other Asian foods, so a food tour is the best way to sample the culturally amazing noodle dishes, fresh seafood, sweets, the street food, while learning about the history and culture behind the cuisine. Scenery food tours offer several tours which you can embark on. It starts about 75 US. I think it's a little bit steep. However, the experience is worth it. You're going to be eating a lot of Khmer food. Even though if you go all day by yourself eating all those food, you're probably not going to even spend half of that. Number 14, hiking from Phnom National Park, located just about an hour and a half from Siem Reap. This national park is perfect place to spend a day hiking in the rainforest. The majestic waterfalls, epic viewpoints, and hidden temples in the jungle. Great place to relax and just soak in the history of the Khmer people and the Khmer Empire. Don't miss the Kaaba Spin, an archaeological site in a riverbed with intricate rock carvings representing Hindu gods when Khmer people still worshipped Hindu gods and were Hindu or had the Hindu faith or practiced Hinduism. The entire park area holds tremendous national significance as it was on this monument rage that King Jayavarman II founded the Khmer Empire in 802 CE. The park entrance fee is $20 USD. Another thing that I want to talk about is when you are in Cambodia, the apps to download. So we're gonna start with first. You want to download Grab app. From Grab app, that's where you order your food. You can order your food from Grab. Here in Cambodia, you cannot order groceries from Grab like you can do in the Philippines. You can order only tuk-tuk and food on and car like Grab car, like taxi on Grab. They have so much varieties of food. You could use your credit card to order food and pay with your credit card. If you have a credit card that converts currency for you like I do, I have my Chase Sapphire card and they give me the best rate, so I always opt to use them when I order on the app. Just check with your bank or your financial institution. I know Bank of America, when I use their card, they charge me all kinds of fees, so I stay away from them, using them for every day-to-day transaction. You can always order food and pay with cash when your food arrives, and the same thing with tuk-tuk. When you go anywhere in Cambodia, try to use the app to get your transportation, whether it's tuk-tuk or the other one, which is called Grab Ramon Q, which is like a motorbike pulling a carriage. Is a carriage? Yeah, a carriage, like a horse carriage, and that one can fit up to 4 people. So if you have a group of up to 4 people, then you can request for remote queue. If you have a group of up to 3 people, request for maxima. And if it's just like you and another person, then take tuk-tuk. Or you can always get the car, SUV, depending on your preference. Try to use the app because you will be paying half of that if you try to hail a tuk-tuk down or one of these other transportation modes down. Something that might cost you 4,500 riyal is going to cost you a minimum of 10,000 riyal. That's just minimum. They probably try to quote you more and tell you 15,000, and when you translate that to US, it might not seem a lot to you. However, if you're going to be staying here longer, that adds up. So always use the app, and you can pay with your card or you could pay cash. Another app is called Pass App, which is PASSAPP, Pass App. This is the one that I found that Khmer people or Cambodians use the most. This one sometimes is cheaper. If I'm going to a place, I'll kind of look at the rates to see. Just like when I'm in the US, I want to call Uber or Lyft. Sometimes I check the rates. However, this one sometimes takes it's much cheaper, and you just download the app from the app store, and it doesn't take much. You're good to go. Doesn't take much to like this. I don't think there's even a registration, or you just oh yeah. You need a Cambodian phone number to register. I'm sorry. You need a Cambodian number to register, and once you register, they give you like 5,000 real credit to use on the app, and you are good to go. I would say download Magic Jack or the Magic app, and the reason why I say this is if you need to call the US or Canada, if you're coming from these two countries, you want to use the Magic app. It costs about $4 for subscription every month, and I've been using it. It's a breeze. I made the mistake when I first got here. Even though I've been traveling for most of my life, I just make a couple of calls with my phone, my US phone, and they hit me hard with the roaming charges. It's a I don't know why I make those calls through my phone. Even though I've been traveling for a long time, I knew better. So download the Magic app, or it's Magic Jack, but it's called the Magic app, and you can make calls to the US. It's just like they will give you a US number, and there is no static. Like the call is not going in and out. It's very clear. Even better than when I made the call directly from my phone. For dating, you want to download Tinder, you want to download Bumble. However, I've had the most successes on Thai Friendly, which you can just select Phnom Penh as your location, or Siem Reap. Thai Friendly, which you can sign up for the premium. They give you a trial for like I think 3 days or a week. You do the trial, and if you like it, you can sign up full time. And another app that I've had good success is Badu. I always have success on apps that are not Western. I don't know if Badu is a Western app, but I've had great success on Badu and Thai Friendly. Bumble and Tinder, I got banned on Tinder for no reason. I don't know why. I'm not worried about it. Another app to download while you're here is Food Panda. Food Panda is what it is. Food Panda. It's an app to get you food here, to order your food. For some reason, there's still you cannot grocery shop on Food Panda. So if you want to do grocery shopping, you have to go to the Aeon supermarkets. You have Aeon 1, Aeon 2, and Aeon 3. Aeon 2 is the biggest of them all. So you just kind of you make the decision which one is the closest to you, and you could go there, do all your shopping. electronic shopping, clothing, food or grocery. They have a grocery store there. They have a food court. Just a typical Southeast Asia thriving mall. Let me see what other app you need to download. Yes, for your phone service, do not get smart. I do not recommend them. When you come into the airport, they will try to offer you a free SIM card. There is nothing free in this world. They will try to get it on the back end. I have smart. I loaded $20 and it was gone in 3 days, and I wasn't even like streaming videos or doing anything that could be drawing data, and they said it was unlimited data. This other company called YesHub or YesCtel, I went and got the SIM card from them. They will need your passport, or if you don't have your passport, a picture of your passport will suffice, and the lovely ladies over there will help you hook it up, and in a few minutes you'll be good to go. And it's unlimited everything, and it's been working beautiful ever since. Sometimes I'm in my apartment or in my condo, my Wi-Fi would drop and I wouldn't even notice. The phone will just be working seamless. I'll stream countless of videos on YouTube, be on Instagram with it. When I'm outside, it's just great coverage from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap and all in between. Great coverage. And it's nothing, only $15. There's no hidden charges. And what else? Those are the apps that you need to download for now. When you come into the country, they do visa on arrival. It's going to be $35 US. They will, process they will take your passport, process it, put the visa in there, and you are good to go. And that's about it. They didn't ask me for a return ticket. I'm not saying they don't ask for that, but for me, they did not. So they will give you 30 days tourist visa. And if you need to extend, you can go and do the extension. So that's the tip for now. Everywhere you go, they do accept USD, US dollars in in line with their currency, which is the Cambodian rial. So if you have USD, you can easily use it to pay. No problem. Sometimes you give USD and they will give you Cambodian rial back. Just make sure that your change is complete. It could be confusing at times because then you have to do the conversion rate. Sometimes you give them Cambodian rial and they give you your change in a mixture of USD and Cambodian rial, which you sit there for a while, try to calculate, make sure that you're not getting short change. It's a bit of an inconvenience for me personally, because I would just rather deal with one currency, and I would rather them deal with just the Cambodian rial, just deal with their own currency. A lot of places when you buy stuff, they will quote you in USD. So the ATMs, they do spit out USD and they do spit out Cambodian rial. If you take out USD, the fees, they will charge you more fee for that, which I understand because it's a market for that, the forex market. I usually if I get money out of the ATM, I will usually get it out in rial, and it's been working for me. All the ATM will charge you a flat fee of $5, which is about 20,000 rial. In addition to that, check with your bank to make sure that you're using a bank an ATM that is in their network. And sometimes they will still try to charge you. Just get with your bank to make sure that they are not charging you additional fees to what you already paid at the ATM. And I know some banks that will even reimburse those ATM fees. So that is for this episode. Go ahead and comment down below your questions, what you think about you. Have you visited Cambodia? What was your experience like? And let's talk about it. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. Take care. Goodbye. If you like that video and you want to watch others like it, click right here. To understand the tenements of this channel, click right here. This channel is viewer supported. Consider donating. Live your new dream.